Andrew Cuomo is in the driver's seat for a third term as New York governor. He has almost universal name recognition, and he has over $30 million in his campaign war chest. But in the latest Siena College poll, Governor Cuomo is taking some hits. Investigative reporter Steve Brown is here with a look. So, Steve, is this a real concern for the governor or just a blip on the radar?
Hate to give you this kind of an answer, but it really kind of depends. If we see another decline in his numbers next month, I suspect that would mean that there is some Cuomo fatigue brewing in New York. But the month-to-month drop-off for the governor is still significant. Now, last month, 62% of registered voters polled said they had a favorable opinion of Cuomo, 30% unfavorable. This month, that's down to 53% favorable, 40% unfavorable. Still good, but not as good. Also, his job performance numbers took a hit. 50% of New Yorkers last month said Cuomo was doing an excellent or good job as governor. This month, a majority, 53%, say Cuomo's job performance rates a fair or poor grade. If this is a trend, it is not a good trend for the governor.
And what about the two announced Republican opponents? What do their numbers look like?
Well, both of these gentlemen got into this race rather late, and I think their poll numbers reflect that. The vast majority of New Yorkers polled simply do not know former Erie County Executive Joel Giambra or State Senator John DeFrancisco. And voters that do know them are split about how they feel about these two candidates.
Let's get back to Cuomo now. What do you think accounts for this dip in polling numbers?
Well, he's the governor, and governing is a messy business. Most moves make at least some people unhappy. And Cuomo's been at the levers of state government for 8 years, so that could be a factor. But it's hard not to think that the Joe Percoco trial in New York is not weighing on the governor's reputation. This is a guy with close ties to the governor and his father, the late governor. Whether the behind-the-closed-door deal-making on display at the trial is legal or not, that's for a jury to decide, but it reinforces people's negative opinions about Albany and state government, and Cuomo is the head of all of that. Again, I'm really interested to see if the numbers slip again next month. That would truly indicate a trend, and that could be a bad thing for the governor.
Yeah, it really seems like at least the door is open for these opponents, but they got to start working hard to make their case.
They're going to have to work real hard.
All right. Thanks for your report, Steve.